Am I the asshole for telling my husband I'll dispose of my feminine products when he wipes better? I'm a housewife. My husband works a 9 to 5, so I take care of the house all day, dishes, kids, etc. I just had a baby, so I'm still bleeding and I can't wear tampons. Instead, I wear pads. When I change my pad, I wrap it in toilet paper and usually the wrapper that the other one came in, but sometimes just toilet tissue. My husband tells me it's really gross when he goes to the bathroom and can see the bloody tissue that my pad is wrapped in. And he doesn't need to see that. We got in a fight about it with him telling me it's disgusting to see the blood and no one needs to see I'm on my period. Which I'm not on my period. I'm bleeding from birthing a baby. We got in a fight about it with him telling me it's disgusting to see the blood and no one needs to know I'm on my period. But I'm not on my period. I'm bleeding from birthing a baby. I told him I would start disposing of my pads the way he wants me to when he learns how to wipe better. And when I don't have to scrub the shit stains out of his boxers. He told me that I was totally out of line and he slept in the guest room the last couple of nights. I feel like I might be the asshole because I got my feelings hurt and stooped down to his level. It also did feel incredibly immature of me. Edit, we do have a trash can with a lid, but our dog recently broke it trying to get into the trash. Am I the asshole for making my wife return the $900 necklace she bought herself using my money? My wife's birthday was a couple weeks ago and she was very honest and vocal about what she wanted. It was a bucket bracelet and I bought it for her and it cost me $300 using my own account. Since money's tight, this gift broke my back, but I still wanted her to feel appreciated on her birthday. I gave her the bracelet and she was thrilled. She said she admired it and put it on right away. Later that night, after the birthday celebration was over, I found out that my wife purchased a $900 necklace using my account. I asked why she bought herself a gift knowing I already purchased her a gift and asked why she used my money. She nervously said she didn't know if I was going to get her anything. She said she used my money because obviously the gift is supposed to be coming from me. I was puzzled as she explained her reasons. I was mad. $900 was a lot to spend on a gift. Besides, I already bought her a gift, so this wasn't necessary. I said that because I did get her the gift she wanted, she needs to return that necklace. She refused and argued that I was being heartless and selfish. I told her I'd do it myself if she kept refusing, and she said that she'd return the $300 gift. I said no because I never agreed on getting the necklace. She returned it and kept saying I'm a controlling jerk with no regard for her feelings on her birthday.
I'm an asshole for not going to homecoming with a guy that didn't put in the effort to ask me. I go to an all-girls school that does events with its brother school. At the boys' school, it's tradition for them to ask the girls with a poster to homecoming. This boy that we can call Jay went to the boys' school. I met him at an orientation event at his school and I got a snap. He eventually asked me to homecoming over Snap and said, "Don't worry, I'm going to make a poster." Then a month passes by and he's telling everyone that he's still going to make one. Keep in mind there's a rule at these schools that says you can only go with someone if you get officially asked. Homecoming is really soon and he texted me that he didn't have time to make a poster, even though he was attending a few parties and still hanging out with friends. I took this offensively because I told him it was really important for me and I was really excited about it. I told him I didn't think this was going to work out and that I hope he has time for another date. There were other incidents before the situation that made me believe he did not want to go with me at all. Also, when homecoming happened, his date, my old best friend, ditched him and he danced with me for a bit. So am I the asshole for not going? I'm an asshole for trashing my mom on social media. For context, my mom runs a nonprofit for kids with cancer and their family. This started when myself had cancer at 13. The whole trashing her happened when I was 14 to 16, but a lot of issues remain now and I'm 18. I only trashed her on my private Insta with 77 followers and average like 20 likes per post. And my private Snapchats. When I had cancer, I practically felt alone emotionally. I felt as if my mother was using me for attention on social media and wasn't actually there for me. This continued after. I struggled with bipolar disorder and she was not there for me during my depressive episode. And around that time was emotionally and physically abusive. I was sick of seeing her as a good mom and started posting things on my social medias. Her and my sister got mad at me for posting about it. She says I can damage her reputation. I said I didn't care. This is still a continuing thing, and I still rant on all my privates. She continues not be there for me as well, but posts me on social media to show off. For my 4-year admission anniversary, no one said a thing. But my mom did post something on Facebook but didn't tell me. So am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for correcting a false rumor about my disability? I, 20 female, have been volunteering at a community garden since the start of lockdown last year. I need volunteer hours for my college program, and I've always liked gardening and the outdoors. Over the past weeks, I've noticed the volunteers and the volunteer coordinator treating me strangely. They talk to me slowly and assume I don't understand basic math and freak out when I drive myself. Well, last weekend, the coordinator, Kathy, asked if I was okay working in the garden alone when she went to get coffee. I told her sure, and I kind of laughed because I'm an adult and it's a well-lit public place. She said she loves that I'm so independent, but is concerned that my mom wouldn't like her to leave me. I said that I was 20 and checking with my mom wasn't necessary. Said something about my disability and admitted that another volunteer told her I had an intellectual disability and the mental age of an 8-year-old child. I was shocked. I told her I was in college and my intelligence was normal.
Am I the asshole for taking things too seriously?
Probably.
So I've been working at my current job for about a year now. One of my coworkers, who is a year younger than me, Chris, has been really getting on my nerves. It's a small store, and there are no managers. Only 2 bosses who oversee the store. Now, Wednesdays are the day I typically clean the store. My coworker decided to name Wednesdays Sexist Wednesdays, and will follow me around the store making sexist comments. Such as, quote, "You finally found your place behind a vacuum," and, quote, "Keep cleaning that counter, you'll find a husband that way." He's even started making these comments to me while I'm doing calls for the store. He'll come up to the phone and talk in my ear while I leave a voicemail to a client.
This is insane.
This dude fucking sucks.
A couple days ago, he tossed a steak knife at my head with no warning.
The fuck?
Was that on Sexist Wednesday, or was that just on, like, Knife Throwing Thursday?
Knife Thursday.
He said he wanted to see if I'd catch it. I lifted my arms above my head, and it bounced off my forearm. It didn't leave a mark. I know he was just kidding, but it was a really nerve-wracking moment. He said this is all a joke and in good humor, but it's annoying nonetheless.
It's not good humor. You want good humor? You listen to the Judgies. That's good humor.
I mean, they do. They're a listener.
Very good point.
Unless they're a fake fan. In which case, you're banned. Am I the asshole for not getting the joke? I want to talk to my boss about this, but I don't know if I'm just overreacting.
There's no joke there.
First of all, there's no joke there. Second of all, when are you ever the asshole for not getting a joke?
It's my first job, and I really don't want to cause any drama or issues.
He's causing the drama.
Yeah.
And all of the issues.
What kind of a joke is throwing a fucking knife? What are they, Sideshow Bob?
Got his
Wonderful.
ass.
Brilliant joke.
What the freaking heck, dude? I think this is so funny. Like, I thought of this today because I saw a thing on TikTok where, because straight white dudes are so fucking pressed about, like, cancel culture and being PC, they have to defend shit fucking jokes. Because they have to be like, bro, you can't even fucking take a joke anymore. And they, like, that's always their response.
My stepdaughter's 16. We got along great until my wife and I had more kids. I have always treated her the same and have known her for more than half of her life, and I'm always proud to go to her dance competitions and school events. But it's gotten bad for the past 4 years. My wife loves her daughter and they're very close and has always made time for her despite the younger kids needing more time. We do special one-on-one with her and make sure the family events are not completely catered to the younger kids. I really hope we're not doing anything wrong. Months ago, my stepdaughter was lashing out about her responsibilities and accused her mother of being a WHORE. She said she cares more about her husband and little kids than her and that she wants to be treated like an equal member of the family. I didn't intervene because this was clearly a mother-daughter incident. I just wanted to be there to support my wife and also be there for my stepdaughter. She then yelled at me and told me I was nothing more than the man her mom was effing. I said she needed to calm down and being disrespectful is not the way we solve conflict. Then I asked her if her dad tolerates this behavior and she got mad. I said she should stay with him until she apologized and my wife fully backed me. We went to her father's to see her and she refused. She's also now in therapy. We also surprised her at one of her dance competitions and she cried and her coach told us to leave.
I've been with my partner for almost 3 years. We're great 99% of the time, she's brilliant and witty and we have a lot of hobbies. However, every time we visit her family, I begin to have doubts about everything. They're extremely wealthy, which isn't always a negative thing, but they're so obsessed with their fortune and have a habit of prioritizing monetary value over anything else. I grew up in a pretty middle-class family. I have an excellent education and a nice job that I enjoy, but I am far from wealthy. As a result, her family thinks of me as a loser. I've never had a straight conversation with my girlfriend's father. He turned to her and asked, What does he do? Even when she first introduced me. So we entered the house and I said, "Hi, Merry Christmas" to her father, who gave me an uninterested look. We got through the day without too much drama yesterday, which I would consider a success. But today I'm thinking about her family's circumstances and wondering if I'm really willing to live with them for the rest of my life. I've discussed getting married with my girlfriend several times, but I know they'll never accept me. If we marry, I'll have to see each of them more frequently than once a year. My girlfriend has given up attempting to defend me in front of her parents and most simply overlooks their nonsense, but I can tell it bothers her as well. They fund a significant portion of her lifestyle, and I believe she's concerned that if she pushes it too hard, they'll cut her off, as they have threatened to do in the past. Thursday night we talked for a long time. She admitted that she is aware that her parents are jerks who use their money to dominate her and her siblings. According to her, it's partly a cultural issue. My girlfriend was born and raised in the United States, but her parents grew up wealthy in another nation and immigrated here many years ago. She claimed that they struggled to integrate with upper-class Americans and flaunted their wealth because they were socially awkward. My girlfriend also claims that in the 1980s, being kind was far more acceptable in their home nation, and that they never changed. She grew up witnessing them behaving in this manner and assumed that it was normal, well, at least when she was younger. Furthermore, my girlfriend's mother continues to be emotionally and physically abusive. Her mother slapped her for talking back and even chopped up all of her girlfriend's clothes and bedding following an argument about her going out with some high school buddies, she claimed. My girlfriend admitted that she's still terrified of her mother and finds it difficult to stand up to her. Growing up, she too received little affection from her parents. All of that appears to have been replaced by material possessions. To her, being financially shut off from her family is the same as being emotionally cut off. I mean, having said that, my girlfriend does not anticipate me returning to see her parents. She expressed regret for how they treated me and for not calling them out. I suggest that she cuts her ties with her parents financially and just lives on her own. It doesn't mean she needs to stop communicating with them, but their bond would be based on anything other than money. I mean, we've been discussing moving in for a long time. And she even suggested that she leaves her townhouse, which her family pays for, and moves into my apartment. This is completely acceptable to me. We've been dating for about 3 years, and I believe that we would have moved in together sooner if her parents hadn't been so opposed. She is apprehensive about being financially independent, but she's eager to give it a shot. We spent several hours yesterday going over her money and creating a budget. It will be a significant shift in how she lives and thinks about things. In terms of expenditures, I'm keeping my expectations in check. No one can completely change their habits in a single day. We're not merging our money or signing the lease in her name, but for the time being, the plan is to split the cost of the rent and utilities, and she's requested that I provide her an allowance to spend her own money. She also gave me her parents' credit cards and urged me to keep them hidden. It seems strange to have so much power over someone else's finances. We'll wait until my lease expires. My apartment is too small for both of us and all of our belongings, and then, provided all goes well, we'll seek a place to live together officially. She hasn't told her parents yet, but she has pledged to do so.
Sell your property to someone who isn't my daughter? I'll get you expelled! When I was in university, I bought myself a longboard to get around campus. After a few falls, I changed my mind and switched to a bike. I figured that if I wasn't going to be using it, I might as well sell it to someone who would. I posted it on Facebook Marketplace. The first person to contact me was happy to meet my price and purchased it with no bargaining. Sweet. Now, when I got home, I had a message from a high school girl asking if it was still available. Me. Sorry, no, someone actually just bought it. Her. No, you have to get it back. Like, I love the longboard. It's perfect for me. Me. Sorry, it's sold. Her. Ask for it back. Just tell the buyer that you change your mind. Like, offer $20 for the trouble and I'll up the price. So I contacted the buyer to let her know that someone was inquiring about the longboard and was willing to pay a little bit more. The new owner thought about it and said no. So I contacted the high school girl and let her know they were not interested in selling. Her. Blake, this is your fault. I feel like you just kicked me in the gut. You're a terrible person.
What? Bro, what?
I was not in the mood for any further chatting and just blocked her email. Now, fast forward 1 week, and I had an email from high school girl's mother entitled
What?
Mom.
What? The mom got involved?
Entitled Mom. My daughter tells me you promised to sell her a longboard, but changed your mind and sold it to someone else? That's unacceptable. Me. No. Your daughter asked me if I could sell her longboard after I had already sold it to someone else. Entitled Mom. No. You will get my daughter that longboard. You're going to compensate her for the pain and suffering you've caused. You'll be giving the longboard to my daughter for free.
Wait, what? Wait, pain and suffering?
Someone needs to induce some true pain. Me. Look, lady, I don't own the longboard anymore. Somebody else bought it. Entitled Mom. Then go get it. I know the dean of your university. If you don't deliver the longboard to me by end of today, I'll get you expelled. I stopped responding because that was absolutely ridiculous. Yes, it was,
Yes,
OP.
it was.
I didn't block the email, though. And the next evening, I had another treat.
Oh, God.
Entitled Mom. I went to complain to the dean. Your time at the university is limited. While my daughter was there, she saw someone riding her longboard today. You'll be sending us $500 for a brand new one. So that night, I went on a little ride and drove by their home. I took a photo of the 2015 BMW 228i convertible in their driveway and posted it on Craigslist for $500. I asked that the interested buyers text Entitled Mom's number and promptly blocked her email.